All right, Brad joins us in the studio bringing sweet red wines.
I bring compromise.
Compromise.
Yeah, I bring compromise.
And how are sweet you when you say sweet red wines, I mean, you don't normally
Well,
the two normally don't go hand in
right,
hand.
and you know what? When you think of sweet red wines, you think of Missouri wine, number one, because that's really what we're known for, right? Les Bourgeois,
Yeah.
Riverboat Red from Les Bourgeois, or Velvet Red from St. James, and sweet sells. I always say that. I mean, sweet whites, sweet reds. But this is kind of a different level of fruit forward. Some use the term sweet red wine. We're going to I want to get your take on, are these sweet, are they fruit forward, or are they just chilled, red wines? And so what we're going to do here, you're already jumping in.
Yeah, I wanted to drink it.
Okay, good.
It tastes like a spritzer.
And you know what? It has a little bit of the bubbles in it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What I wanted to do, and the reason I say I bring compromise, right? It's Valentine's Day is coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's got to get along on Valentine's Day. And sometimes
Yeah.
one person wants sweet, one person wants red. So I'm curious if either of these three can bridge the gap where a couple could have one bottle of wine, where you could get the red wine and a little bit of sweetness, and everybody's happy.
I think which one's the first one?
Okay, so
I've already jumped ahead.
So that's the compromise part. So this is Roscato.
Moscato with an R.
And it's from Italy, and a lot of good, people have heard of Stella Rosa has really taken off. Some very good fruit-forward, sweeter style red wines come from Italy. And this is one that Olive Garden's poured for years and years. And that's kind of why I brought it. We get a lot of requests because people have it there and they don't know what it is. And it's Roscato. So it's kind of our...
Does Olive Garden call it Roscato, or do they call it like the Olive Garden blend?
I believe they may just, I don't know.
Or it's like their house wine.
I doubt it's their house wine. I just don't think people remember the name, right? They see a sweeter style red and they drink it. But it's got a good following, and so this is kind of our base level. This is our entry point, and then I have two others that we're gonna.
It's delicious.
So
I really like it.
Yeah. So when I smell it, I get the fruit right up front.
Mhm. Now I could see myself, because I don't gravitate towards the sweet things unless it's chocolate, pounds and pounds of chocolate. I could see after one glass I might want to gravitate towards.
Move on to something else.
Something.
Okay.
But
for this one.
But that's just me.
For this particular one.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll see if we change your mind with the other two.
Well, let's go. Let's do it.
But when I taste it, it's sweet, but I don't, quite honestly, I don't drink a lot of sweet red wine. Yeah. So this is more for fun and interesting for me. I mean, I would agree with you. I could have a glass, especially if I'm, doing chocolate, or if it's summertime and it's refreshing. So.
I think it's really good though. It's just that once you have too much sweet, you kind of want to move on.
So the other thing you may notice is I did not have to bring a corkscrew.
Yep, they're all twist off.
All screw caps.
So which one's this one?
This is Serena Sweet Red, also from Italy. Another great pairing. Again, meant to go with desserts. It's meant to have fun with friends.
Ooh.
It's a party wine.
That one's even sweeter.
Yep, I can smell it.
Very, and a little less bubbly than the Roscato.
A little less, but they're still.
You can see it.
Still there.
And it tastes good, but it's definitely sweet.
It's kind of, they're real jammy, fruit forward, fun. This is 2013 vintage wines. They're young.
Reminds me more of a dessert wine.
Yeah.
I could see chilling with the Roscato.
A little bit more.
And having a glass of it, while the Serena, I feel like it's just a dessert wine.
Yeah, this is definitely kind of almost an after dinner drink.
I cannot believe you did not bring chocolate. I specifically last week I asked Brad, I was like, hey, if you're going to start bringing in these Valentine's Day wines, you should probably bring in chocolate too.
I failed miserably.
Because I'm just drinking this going, God,
if I just had a piece of chocolate.
So good.
I'll make a deal. I'm going next week, but Jason will be bringing chocolate with me. Jason, you're listening, I know out there, so bring chocolate or Shadow's going to have your head.
I will text you and remind you, for sure.
So maybe not what you would drink, but, again, get the idea.
It's good.
Right?
It is really good.
So now we move away from Italy.
In fact, I feel like I might gravitate more towards the red sweet as opposed to a white sweet.
Yeah. This one is pretty unique and one of our newer arrivals when it comes to fruit forward wines, and it's from Napa Valley. made by two sisters. And it kind of reminded them of what they did at the table when they were younger with their parents. They grew up in Napa Valley, so they'd actually blend wines. They drank a lot of young wines, and that's what these are. I mean, they're really a lot of young wines. They're not fermented dry, meaning they're not, all the sugar is not fermented out to alcohol. They leave some residual sugar, some sugar in there. Uh-oh.
That's sweet, but it's not bubbly.
So there is no
It
bubbles in
almost
there.
kind of tastes just like a red wine, just a light red wine.
That's my winner. If I was going to compromise for this Valentine's Day,
That would be your compromise?
that would be my compromise. It's got the body of a red wine, but it still has, without the sweetness. To me,
I like the Roscato.
you like the Roscato?
Mhm.
The Roscato wins?
Sure do.
All right.
Well, to me, the test just tastes like a very light red wine.
Yeah. And that's what I
So
would,
it's not, the other two at least, they're very sweet.
So fun things. These are all going to be tasted Saturday at the Wine Center. So stop by to taste some sweet style red wines from Napa Valley
There you
and
go.
from Italy. Also, we're doing a fun thing for Valentine's Day at the Derby Deli. Reservations. We're doing a 3-course meal dinner for 2, paired with a beverage with each course. And we're taking reservations. You can make your reservation between 5 and 7. It's not set times.
Right.
Just on Friday the 13th or Saturday the 14th. And the Derby Deli, we're going to be open those 2 evenings for some featured Valentine's Day dinner. So if you don't want to go out to the mass craziness of some restaurants, or you don't want to eat at 4:15 because you can't,
Right.
you waited too long to make your reservation. We are filling up, but give us a call. It's $49.99 for 2, again, 3 courses with a beverage with each course.
That says romance all over it.
Yeah.
And plus, when you're tasting these wines this weekend, I always say it, Brown Derby Wine Center is a great place to pick up little gifts.
Yeah.
I can basically stay in there for hours on end, just buying whatever stuff to cook with, buying cheeses. Just, God, the place is awesome.
And guys, we all know we wait to the last minute. So where else? I mean, you can go get a beer while you shop. You can get a glass of wine while
Exactly.
you shop. And then, enjoy your shopping experience while you're looking for that perfect Valentine gift.
I do every time. All right, make sure to check out Brown Derby Wine Center to get the gifts. Of course, are these available at all the other ones too? In case someone's
Serena
just
will be
chilling around
available at most locations, and Roscato a few, and Tess just came in. So
Wine Center for that one
Yep.
for now. All right, in this moment, Q102.